everybody. Welcome to our channel. And today's video is going to be a little follow-up to the last one. All the things, or some of the things, that make us happy. Now, Moose and I have lived a long married life, as you know, 61 years. We do have a big family, and I have to admit that the family is one of our biggest joyful moments when we see them, when we're with them. But there's many other very tiny little things that make us happy. And you are about to hear about some of them. What else can I say before Moosey gets here that makes me happy? What makes me happy are the comments that I get from you people. You're always saying I inspire you, but I have to tell you, you inspire me to keep going and to keep doing these YouTubes, because it seems to give a lot of people a lot of encouragement, and maybe that's the teacher in me, loving when the children responded to something that I had just taught them, seeing joy in their faces when they realize they've just learned cursive writing and they can write their name in script. It's kind of like the same things, ladies. So that gives me a lot of happiness and joy that you are responding to our videos about aging gracefully. And it's a simple life at this point. It really is. I'm going to start off with how we spent our day yesterday. We knew that our granddaughter Molly, who is our daughter Dubby's, one of her daughters, she has a little gal named Kelly. Kelly was born right before COVID started. So she is probably, 17, maybe 18 months. She's walking and running around now, and she's so smart and fun. Well, they came to see us yesterday for lunch. We had lunch out on the patio, and I made my famous Nanny's pasta salad. Molly brought some cookies for dessert, and of course, Kelly. Our visit turned into a fun, silly time. And if you haven't been silly in a while, find a reason to get silly with your spouse, with your friend, with your pets even. Just get silly. Moosey wanted balloons, so we filled up a goodie bag for Kelly, and we got a hand puppet, a unicorn, and balloons and whatever, and you're going to see some real cute clips. We even spontaneously broke into song.
Must have been a beautiful baby. You must have been a beautiful child. When all the things can bother, oh, you must have been a beautiful baby. 'Cause baby, look at you now.
We are still over the moon with, I don't know. I'm wearing my heart today. Margie made this out of resin for me, and my heart is full today, and that's why I'm wearing this. It is just pounding with memories of the day. Kelly was so cute responding to us. You know, you're always afraid when you haven't seen a grandchild for a while, or a great-grandchild, which is what Kelly is. And you're afraid maybe they won't notice you or won't remember you and be shy and not have fun with. Well, she might have stared at us for a few moments when she first saw us again, but that was over with soon. I was able to read to her. Daddy drinking his juice now? What? Oh, swinging, yay! Yeah, and when Daddy plays on the swing, and Moosey was flying balloons all over the place, playing with hats, we just had the funnest, silliest time. So, number one, that goes along with laughing and lifting your spirits, Doesn't have to be with or about a child. As I say, anything can do it. Even something silly that you said or some funny movie on Netflix that you both laugh at, or you're sitting there alone laughing. Just a great day. So that's one of the main things that makes us happy. And when Moosey comes over to join me, we'll talk together about some of the small things that make us happy and bring joy to our life at this stage of the game. Life has changed. It's not the big cars anymore, fancy cars. Sure, it's fun to have a good thrift haul or a good day at Walmart when you come home with something.
Hi.
Hello. Moosey has joined us for our little chat about what makes us happy. And these are going to be simple things. These are things that are from the heart.
Oh,
Remember that Margie made that for me, right? I
sweet.
warm my heart because that's what we're talking about. Just giving people some happy thoughts themselves to maybe help you bring to mind what really makes you happy. All the little things that we sometimes don't even think about. Who wants to start?
Me?
Sure.
By the way, some of mine are a little quirky,
Well,
but they're not bad. They're
That's-
just a little quirky.
that's
Do you
understandable.
understand that?
Yeah, like they all reacted to when you scared me on the last video when you laughed out loud and I jumped. They said, one lady said, silly moose. So they get it. You get him, right?
Well, the first thing I have to say is that we're kind of spinning it out here. We're 84, spinning it out. But there's a parallel life going on that is our children. And every once in a while, we're able to kind of move out of spinning and give something to them. Typically, give a little money, a little help with something, and that makes me very happy to be able to give something that, we don't really need.
That's a biggie. That's a real biggie. Yeah. And I know that about you. That makes me happy too.
You quiet?
I
All
always
right,
do.
let
I'm
me
very
check mine
emotional.
off.
Woo. Okay, you had to start with that one right off the bat. I can't even see now. Okay, here's one that I love. We did a lot of traveling. We went to some wonderful places in this world. Not only since we retired, excuse me just a minute, starting to wreck my makeup here, but a lot of cruising and wonderful things. But even before that, right from the time we made it a point, even when we didn't have any money when we first started out, when Bill would travel and go somewhere and he would be, like for instance, when we lived back in New Jersey in the middle of the winter and Bill would come out to California and we'd talk on the phone every night and I'd be home nursing babies or taking care of toddlers or whatever. He'd say, I feel so guilty. I want you to come out. And we would put that, my trip, on a card. And we did some other things. And I remember one woman, a wife of a friend of Bill's, visited us one day. And we were talking about the last couple of trips that we did. And she looked around and she had just gotten married and her husband had given her a real cultured pearl necklace, which was beautiful. And she was sitting in our living room. And I had this beautiful braided rug with wood floors. I didn't have wall-to-wall then, but wall-to-wall was big. And I remember we were talking about the trips, remember? And she said, you don't have your wall-to-wall yet, and you don't have cultured pearls yet. And I thought that was so off the wall, because she obviously did not appreciate what Moose and I were appreciating, time together, that we could take this wonderful trip and have all these memories and have my mother take care of our little children for us.
That was one trip, was calling you out to California, to LA, the first time either one of us had been there. Another one that was off the wall, I was sent for a month to Austria, and I got there and I was so in love with it that I called you. You probably dropped someone on their head that was nursing. And we met in Paris and went to Venice. and then spent 2 weeks
Yep.
in Venice.
Thank God for my mother.
Yeah.
Once again, she was a trooper to taking care of a bunch of little toddlers.
Do I go?
But you know what? That's given us memories. That's one of my things. No, it's my turn, isn't it?
No, that was your first time it went on and
Okay,
on.
but I'll
This is
forget.
supposed
I'll
to be
forget this
short,
one if I
remember?
don't say it now. I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
One of my
make
favorite
my next
things
one
that
short.
makes me very happy, tied into all these early trips that we took, and they were so romantic and so fun, when Moosey and I talk about this. We talk a lot about our life in the old days, and that, I think, is something that makes both of us really happy, right?
I've got one here.
Okay.
Also quirky. When you go out shopping or something,
I know what you're going to say.
and I sit in the chair over there,
Yep.
and I can look out the window and see your
This
car
window.
coming. And all the while, every once in a while, I look out the window to see if you're. Oh, then when I see the car, I get this wonderful feeling that, by God,
Thump, thump, thump.
you're home, and that makes me happy.
Wow, that makes me happy too. Yes.
All right, I'll check that one.
Here's you getting good. Recently, I think I told you our granddaughter Ryan had committed to go to Fordham. She had been accepted. She's ready to go to college. That's way back in New York. And she wanted to go there, the excitement of New York. And all these, she'd been accepted to 8 or 9 colleges. They all offered her wonderful scholarships because she's so bright. And about a week ago, she told her mom and dad that she'd been so homesick even before she left. She didn't think she could do it. And she said, I can't be away from you that far away. They're very close family. And she said, and I'll miss Nanny and Moose.
Premature acute homesickness.
And that made me so
Poor
happy
kid.
that, see, we've lived here ever since she was born. We retired around the same time she was born. And that she loves us. So, what else?
I've got one.
Okay.
I love to write. I never loved to write, but I love doing it now. And I did a whole bunch of essays and anecdotes and actually some book-length type things. And I put them all together. And I think there were like 150 pages of stuff. And Barry, or dear son-in-law, bound them all up and made 20 copies. And the kids have them. Some of them read them. Some of them reminisce over them. But now I'm continuing to do more. And I finished one today about some of the quirky things I did when I was in the Army, having to do with sports. And I got a kick out of finishing those, and I laughed too.
Well, you're giving memories to the children before we're even gone.
You know what? It turns out it hops all around the various essays, but it's almost like a bio, like an autobiography.
And that's what so many people regret. You know, when you give your mother or your father a book to fill in all the things she liked to do, all that, and they never get around to it, and then they're gone, and you regret it. Do things like this now. Write things down for your children that you can give them wonderful memories. You know what I love?
What?
When I do something little for you that you're not expecting, that you didn't ask for. And I'm diabetic, so I don't like the sweets. Moosey does. But sometimes I will go out and I will buy him a bag of dark chocolate Milano cookies and maybe some butter pecan ice cream, and I'll bring it home and bring it into him in the bed. We always have our bedtime little snacks while we're watching Netflix. Sometimes we even eat supper in there. And he gets this look on his face, so surprised and so, dare I say, loving.
And gratitude.
Yep.
It's a kind of affection that you're showing.
Yep. And that makes me happy, seeing that look on his face. Thump, thump. Hope I can get through the rest of this.
That's all right. My next one is, I'm not a phone call person so very much. But I'm enjoying now talking to people back east, my siblings, Tommy and Ann, Peter. I feel good after my friends, Robbie and Jerry, and my cousin Robbie. I enjoy. I don't talk to them a lot, once every 3, 4, 5 months, but I do enjoy that.
That's how my list too. When I talk to my brothers on the phone, they're back east, and we've lived in California a long time, but we've all stayed so close, and we visit them, and they come out here and visit us, but not that often. So thank the Lord, my mother and Bill's mother brought us up to always, I remember my mother saying, always stay close to your siblings. Don't ever forget them, even when you move far away. And I've done that, and it makes me happy to talk to them. You can go last.
What makes me feel the very, very best being around?
Children.
You.
Me.
Oh, but second best. Second best is just seeing. I mean, even if they're not talking to me or they're not sitting in my lap, I just love to be around the children. Yeah. Whether they're toddlers or whether they're teenagers. I grabbed Shannon the other day when they were going off to Florida, and I sat her on my lap and just hugged her.
Her 14-year-old.
Colleen's
little 14-year-old.
I can't pull you on my lap, so I have to make do with a skinny kid.
I was going to say that too, and it's a good way to stop.
Oh.
I have others here, but we have the big family, and it's seeing our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. Talking to them is wonderful, but seeing them is just the best. Yeah. And it still makes both of us very happy. Although we can sing and we watch the birds. That's what makes him happy too. We do other things, but our family connections are very strong with us.
Watching birds sounds a little weird, doesn't it?
No, but a lot of people like watching birds.
Yeah, but they're weird.
But we love them. So that's it, Moose.
Okay.
I was going to make this a little shorty, but...
Well, it's short enough. You got a tear there.
I know. It's half tears, half perspiration because we had to shut the fan off.
I came over here. You know what the reason
Yeah,
is?
I know.
What?
Kiss
Goodbye?
Me. Come on. They get better with each video, don't they? Okay. I'll tell you what else makes me happy. It's when I put on makeup at this stage. I am kind of like a different person, even to myself. And when Moosey compliments me and when the kids compliment me, it makes me happy. So makeup does a lot, ladies. It lifts your spirits and really makes a big change in our faces. What makeup can do, it's amazing. So there's that. The hairdo today is still a little curly. I'm trying to keep everything up off my neck since it's so hot. And I want to show you my outfit of the day. Margie, of course, the chubby heart, which I love. And, my rings. Now, I had called, this is a thrift shop ring that I'd gotten about a month or two ago, and I called this my Christmas ring. I was saving it for Christmas. But when I put one of my kimonos on today, I wanted to keep something light because it's still way high up in the 90s. It had the same colors. So I decided I better wear it today. And the ring is thrift. And this, I don't know where I got it. This I think I bought in a hospital charity gift shop. But it's also the colors of the kimono. The t-shirt is a Walmart. They came out with all these beautiful colors. And I love my blues too. So I'm going to walk backward and I'm going to show you the pants that was the last thing that I picked up at Ross a couple weeks ago. And I'm kind of all in blue today. This is one of my kimonos. It's my outfit of the day. Thank you all for your thumbs up. And if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed yet, think about becoming part of our family. We do all sorts of things. Sometimes we get emotional, but that's good. So all of you keep laughing. Find some things that make you happy. They don't have to be big things. Go out for yogurt with your spouse or take your doggies for a walk. Just be happy, laugh a lot, forgive, and smile. Smile at a stranger. That was one of my things that I didn't put down. That made me feel good when the stranger smiled back. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. They're gonna have a baby, right, Molly?
Ain't she nice? I look her over once or twice. Now ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice?
Da 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 da.
Just cast an eye.
On you the red.
In-
Oh me, oh my.
She'll